with you. Then Christmas came for us. This Christmas gonna be a whole vibe with you.
Hi you guys, happy Vlogmas day 8. Okay, so today's gonna be a different type of Vlogmas. We're gonna do a get ready with me Vlogmas, but also I wanted to tap into everybody's emotions because I love Christmas. It just reminds me of like being a kid and the greatest times of like holidays and just being with my family. But I also know that on the contrary, there's a lot of people that are struggling during the season. They've either lost people, their mental is just not in the right space. I've experienced all types of emotions around Christmas Day, and I've also experienced some loss recently. 2 of my friends passed away, so I literally just was not in the greatest mental space. But I want to give y'all steps on how to even just push past your mental blockages, to push past those bad feelings during Christmas, those lonely feelings, those angry feelings, those confused energies that we may have. Like, I just want to give y'all some tips and tricks about how to get through this holiday season if your mental space is not the greatest. And honestly, this can be used outside of the holidays too, because life be life, y'all. Let's keep it real. Sometimes we're just not in the greatest of spaces, so I want to be able to give you guys a guide and some tricks on how to get through those times. All right, so let's get into it. So I told y'all already, one friend ended up passing away, and then literally as soon as that friend's funeral happened, the very next day, another one of my friends and writers had passed away. And it just was a hard time, y'all. Like, and I'm such an empath, so I feel like I naturally feel every single thing, sometimes more than the average person. And I just literally stayed home and I was just quiet. I didn't want to be around nobody, didn't want to see nobody, nothing. I really just wanted to be to myself, and honestly, I'm happy that I did those things. But the first step that I'm going to tell y'all when you're going through anything is to give yourself time to feel. But give yourself a cap on how long you're going to allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling out. Because I'm the type of person, sometimes if y'all have been through any type of depression, anxiety, I've been through that to where I was down for weeks, sometimes months, like not doing anything, staying in my room, not coming outside of the house. And I've realized how unhealthy that is. Yes, you want to feel whatever emotions that you have to feel, but also you can't let it drown you. You cannot let it consume you. So I give myself 4 to 5 days to feel whatever I gotta feel. Then it's like, all right, girl, it's time to pipe back up. Okay, so that's step number 1. Feel whatever you have to feel, but put a cap on it to how long you're gonna allow yourself to be sad, to be in bed, to just not be in your greatest mental space. The next thing, get up and clean. I don't know about y'all, but when my room and when my home is in disarray and when it does not look good and presentable, it just naturally makes my spirit feel heavier. When things are unorganized, when things are everywhere and all over the place, I don't want to do nothing. So when you're feeling these things, look at your environment, look at your space. I don't care if you got a mansion, I don't care if you got a 1-bedroom, I don't care what your space looks like. Organize, tidy up, clean your windows, clean your beds. I love to sleep good at night. I love my bedding. I love to have fresh sheets, fresh covers, everything. Do that. Put yourself inside of the environment of what your healthiest self looks like and sleeps like. Like, I know that I need to sleep well every single night. I love my PJs. I love to smell good. I rub myself down with my oils. I just need to make sure that my home feels good, because even in those spaces where you don't feel like doing anything, it's still important for you to keep a clean house, to keep a clean room, just so that you are still feeling good and clean. Because when your room and space and environment is clean, it allows you to have cleaner, more healthier, lighter thoughts. So that's step number 2. Now, step number 3, browse. It's so easy to lose sight of all the good habits that you have when you're not in a great space. So naturally, when I'm having the greatest day, my habits The things that I do are the same every single day. I get up, I drink my water, I take my vitamins, I go to the gym, I am working out every single day. I don't fall off. But I will tell y'all, you're gonna have way more days where you feel like not doing those good habits as opposed to days where you feel motivated and you're like, let's go, let's do it. So you still have to be able to pick yourself up and do those things that make you feel good. Because I promise you, even in the midst of depression or not feeling like my best self, when I work out, when I go to the gym, when I take a walk, I feel better. It does something to your body. It does something to your brain. Those endorphins start kicking in and you just naturally feel a lot better. So that's step number 3. Don't neglect your good habits and those things that you do on a daily that make you feel good just because mentally you're not feeling good. You still have to continuously do them. And I promise you, it's going to make you feel so much better. And if you're a person who does not like going to the gym, who does not like working out or doing any of those things, take a walk. Even if it's cold out, baby, bundle up, okay? I don't know what y'all motivation be, but I tell people all the time, like, excuses for me, they don't sit well within my soul, because a lot of the times too, if you attach financial gain to something, to a friend, or you give them the motivation of, hey, I'm going to pay you $1,000 if you wake up for the next 2 weeks straight, go work out, go to the gym, go meditate. If you tell them that, most likely there's a 99% chance that they're going to do it. So I don't need that. I just know that the payoff of me doing the things that I said that I'm going to do that put me in a better mind state is going to help me long term. And it really just helps me to get through the day sometimes. Like, I know my ideas, my mind is a lot clearer when I go to the gym, when I work out, when I meditate. And sometimes you just got to slow down. That may be another thing. That wasn't a part of what I was going to say, but I feel like anytime I'm overwhelmed or there's too much going on, I have to tell myself to slow down, because what am I rushing through life for? For what? I don't like to be stressed. I don't like any of that energy. I like calm. I love to be calm, and I feel like my best thoughts come when I'm calm and just in a calm space, in tranquil space. So don't overwhelm yourself. It's okay. Take a break, sit down, relax, be calm. Just be calm and take a breath and meditate. Like, life is, it's okay if you just relax and you don't do anything and you just give yourself grace. So I guess that's step number 4. Give yourself grace. Life goes by so fast. We do so many things and we're always so hard on ourselves, y'all. Like, I know me, if I don't do as much work as I want in the day, I used to beat myself down like so bad, to where it's like I can't even sleep peacefully because my mind is racing, thinking about all the things that I was supposed to do and didn't do. So give yourself some grace, y'all. Life be lifing. My next step, I think we're on step number 5, is to rest. For somebody like me, hearing that I have to rest, it used to drive me crazy, to where I couldn't even rest because my mind would not be rested. My mind would not stop because it's telling me that there's somebody else on the planet who's working 10 times harder than me, who's gonna outwork me. And I'm just like, listen, I'm not about to kill myself for nobody or nothing. If I need to take a break and put away my phone and not be on social media and not see what anybody else is doing and not comparing myself to anybody else, I'm going to do just that. I'm going to give myself time to just sleep, time to where my mind can either gather its thoughts again because it was racing so much. I need my rest. And a lot of people, they'll tell you, oh, you can sleep when you're dead, babe. Sometimes not sleeping gonna get you to the grave a lot faster. I need my rest. I need my sleep. I sometimes put my phone on do not disturb, especially when I'm working. I'm learning like to really not take on everybody's energy too. Like, sometimes you really just need to be in your own space, rest, not have to do anything for anybody except for yourself. And to be honest, even when you're sick and the doctor tells you like, hey, you need to rest, that's literally how our bodies repair. You need to sleep. You need to sleep. You need to sleep. You need to sleep. A lot of the times we overexert our energy. We give our energy to so many things, to so many people. You need to repair yourself and get yourself back in the best mental, healthiest space that you possibly could be in. So don't feel bad about sleeping. Don't feel bad about resting. Do you see the brow? The brow gonna eat every single time. Promise you. My next step. First of all, I need to give y'all a fair warning because your girl, when I do my makeup, it looks crazy before it actually starts to look like, okay, I see what's going on. So I do my contour first. It's gonna look a little crazy, just telling y'all that now, but just trust the process. I don't know what step we're on, but as we're doing a get ready with me, I wanna tell y'all to not look like what you are going through or what you have been through. It's so easy to, I'm not gonna lie, look ugly, look dusty, look crusty when you are not feeling good. But I promise you, sinking into that is not going to make you feel any better. Not looking put together, not gonna make you feel any better. Wearing I'm sorry, this is controversial, but it is what it is. It's just how I was taught and how I was raised. Wearing that bonnet outside looking crazy, all of that stuff ain't gonna make you feel better. Put yourself together. I'm not gonna hold you. It don't matter where I'm going. I could be going to the gas station. I dress myself, even if it's not like a full fit. I don't have to wear makeup every single day. I don't need makeup to feel beautiful. I like it for like content purposes, or if I'm going out, it just gives me an extra but I don't need it. But I also make sure that I dress every single day no matter what. Like, I could possibly run into somebody that hates my guts, and you will never, ever get a chance to be like, girl, I saw Leah and she was looking crazy. She was looking dusty. She was looking like everything she done been through. You will never, ever see me outside looking like that. Past Leah, yes. This version of Leah now, absolutely not. I dress like I'm going to see my worst enemy. I do. And I don't care where I'm going. And I've also been that type of person too. No matter what I'm going through, there's always business on my mind. There's always like, you don't know who you're gonna run into. And to be completely honest, I feel like this might get me in a little trouble, but it's fine. It is what it is, and it's how I feel. You cannot tell me that first impressions don't matter and that, like, I don't know. I just feel like the mama that raised me always taught me to present yourself the way that you want to be seen. Granted, people going to see in you whatever they want to see in you, but why not let them see a cute version of you, a version that you are proud of, a version that you're happy with? Like, I like to go to the airport dressed up, smelling good, looking good. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know if you looking the part is going to bring you into the door that you need to get into. I saw a whole influencer talk about how she was, hold on now, she was going somewhere. I forgot where she was going, but her flight that she was catching, her flight was going to be like super early. I want to say like 6 o'clock in the morning. She didn't have a full beat face of makeup, but she put herself together. She had on her sunscreen, she had on her lip gloss, she had on whatever she needed to like just make herself look good and feel polished. Because at the end of the day, you don't know who you're going to meet. She ends up seeing this guy like multiple times inside the airport, and they ended up, I think, at Starbucks, and they just started talking to one another. And like, he was like, yo, like, this is the 4th time we ran into each other. We have to like talk to each other. Something is given right now, and I don't know what it is, but it keeps pulling us to each other. And it wasn't even a flirtatious anything. It was just like, yo, you look the part, I look the part. What is going on? We need to have a conversation. And because of how both of them looked just put together, that sparked the conversation. And that guy, I believe, ended up becoming her mentor, teaching her so much about business, asked her for her business plan, everything, helped her with her business, just because they both looked the part. They looked like they deserved to be exactly where they were. And I want to say they were like first class. So I said, yes, put yourself together. I don't care how y'all feel. I do, but I don't. If you are feeling bad, the way to feel better is to not make yourself feel like you gotta look like what you're going through. I promise you, that's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you at all. At all, at all, at all. If anything, it's gonna make you feel worse. When I have gone through like my depression and just sadness or whatever, when I sit inside of my bed for a day or two and I don't take a shower and I'm just let's get real. This channel is about being real, not about being or giving a false representation of who I am. So when I'm like sad and depressed and upset, like there's the longest I'll go without taking a shower really is like a day. Then I'm like, all right, girl, get it together. Even that, taking a shower just makes you feel so much better and refreshed. But I just feel like if you get yourself into that bag of, okay, no, I'm just gonna not care about how I look. I'm not gonna do my skincare. I'm not gonna drink my water. I'm not gonna go to the gym. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna have a drink. I'm gonna do a little, like, it does not help you. It's not going to help you at all. So just know that putting yourself together is going to make you feel so much better. And it's not gonna make everything perfect, but it's gonna make you feel better. When my friend had passed away, y'all, I took myself out on a date. I got myself dressed up. I took myself to, I saw it randomly on Instagram. It was called a candlelight orchestra concert. I literally took myself on that date and I had the best time. And it just allowed me to not think about what was going on in my real life at that moment and helped me to just be around other people. I took myself on the date. I don't need to always be with people. And I feel like that's a superpower, to be able to be alone sometimes, because sometimes you don't want anybody else's thoughts or opinions or trying to rush your process. Like sometimes you just need to be alone and need to be in your own space. And I feel like those are the people that are the healthiest to me, people that don't mind being alone because they like themselves. They like the peace of mind that they give themselves. And sometimes you just don't want to talk. I'm like that. I have times where I just don't want to talk to nobody. I'm like, my own thoughts are enough. I got enough going on in this brain. So I took myself out on a date. I put myself together and I took myself to one of the most expensive restaurants after and felt great about it. And the service was so good. I almost cried at the table a couple times. And when I left, I told them, I was like, listen, like, y'all have no idea how much I needed this. I was like, my friend just passed away and y'all just really gave me all the energy and service and treatment that I needed. So I really appreciate it. And he was like, thank you. Thank you so much. And I ended up going right back there like the following week when my dad came to visit me. So it was great. Put yourself together. Don't let nobody trick you into, oh girl, you can leave the house whatever type of way. It don't matter. A man gonna accept me for however he accept me. Yeah, but give him something nice to look at, please. Please. I know y'all probably like, did you just use Ruby Kisses as foundation? Babe, I did. I love Ruby Kisses. I started looking at this makeup artist. Her name is Megan B on TikTok. And she was explaining how a lot of people, we overly use foundation and we don't even need that much. And foundation be expensive, y'all. Thank God Ruby Kisses is only like a couple dollars. And you can get that from like, I don't know if Target has it. Like pretty much any beauty supply store. It's cheap though. And I really like how it works on my skin. Like it feels really, really good. I enjoy it. And you don't even need a lot. That's why I like to start off with, what is it called? Contour, then my under eye, and then whatever is left, I do with my foundation or the Ruby Kisses. Because I've always used all different types of products and stuff. And to be honest, y'all know, I'll keep it real on here. I've been broke before. So sometimes you got to just use whatever you got and just see what else can work. And I was using the Ruby Kisses for my wigs. And then one day I was running short with the foundation that I had. And I was like, let me just try Ruby Kisses. If I'm using it for my wigs, it's like the same color as the foundation that I would use. I used it and I was like, oh, not as eating. I said, okay, Ruby Kisses. Okay, I see you. I see you. Let me get my nose too. So I also do want to know, like, what do y'all be doing when you are going through it? Because I have just certain things that I do now, like clockwork, that just make me feel better. Like, I let myself feel whatever I'm feeling, but ultimately I know that life goes on, and life, you just have to, you got to find your ways to pick yourself back up again. And I also, most importantly, out of all of these steps, I talk to God. I talk to God about everything. Certain things you don't want to talk to your friends about. Certain things you don't want to burden nobody with. And I just feel like at times I'm one of those people where I'll say something to my friends, and by the grace of God, they're great people. So they'll sit and listen to me talk about things a million times, vice versa. But after a certain amount of times, I'm like, all right, cool. What is you doing about it? I get there with myself where it's like, okay, you've talked to all the friends that you can talk to. Now what? You gotta bring your stuff to God. And I feel like the clarity that I get with those conversations, baby, be top tier. And I'm not gonna lie, if you got the right friends and God is within them, a lot of times He gonna give them a message to tell you too. So I'm not saying don't talk to your friends, but I'm also saying talk to God too. Sometimes you don't really want to talk to your friends about every single thing. I talk to God about every single thing. I feel great talking to God about what's going on, my little ratchet tales, and even when I'm sad and depressed, and I'm going into my Bible now. Like, I made that commitment to myself, and I need to sharpen up with that as well. But like really getting inside of my Bible and like going to whatever scripture that is parallel to what I may be going through. Like, there's a scripture for every single thing in the Bible, y'all. There's a scripture for getting rich. There's a scripture for anxiety. There's a scripture for depression. There's a scripture for everything. So talk to God, okay? And honestly, too, another step. If y'all feel like you need therapy and you need somebody else to talk to, that's okay. Well, now it's becoming more normalized to go talk to the lady. But y'all should not be embarrassed, especially men. I know men are probably not watching this right now. This get ready with me if you are. Hey. But there was one time where hold on, yeah, I'm just doing some under eye loose powder. You can use any loose powder. This is by Airspun. But I remember this one time I was giving out therapy. It was, I think during this time of the year, a couple years ago, and I was like, I'm going to treat a couple people to therapy. I just feel like it's something that we all need. Do y'all know that majority of the people that have reached out for me to cover the therapy costs were Black men? And I'm just like, Black men don't be talking as much as they should, because this society and our people, I feel like a lot of us make our Black men feel like they can't speak, or like if they cry, they're weak, or they're being feminine, or they're being sassy. And it's like, no, they just have real emotions. They have real feelings that they're going through. But because of this world being the way it is and people being the way they are, they feel unsafe to talk about certain things. And I just feel like that was an eye-opener for me. It definitely was. Like, if you need therapy, if you need to go talk to somebody outside of God and your friends, and you need a non-biased opinion, go talk to the lady. Do not be ashamed, because therapy got me through some things. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. My family thought I was crazy for going to therapy. I was the first person in my family ever to go to therapy, and everybody was like, girl, you got God, girl, that you gonna pay some strange lady to tell you about yourself? I said, yeah, I am, because I can't talk to nobody else. This lady, I don't care if I gotta pay her to listen to me and work some things out. I need clarity, and nobody around me is giving it to me without having judgment attached to it or without knowing too much. Like, I needed to talk to the lady, and that's exactly what I did, and I do not regret it. It was one of the best things that I could have possibly done. So if y'all need that, do it. And a lot of the times too, if y'all got insurance, it covers that. So don't be afraid, don't be ashamed. I'll be telling y'all, we are here one time. I want to live the best, most healthiest life possible. And I know that I don't know everything, and I want to keep evolving and becoming a better and better and better person, and have more tools to know how to get through the things that I'm going through. Like, every time you elevate in life, you go through new things, you go to new levels, and you need new tools to know how to deal with it. So don't be ashamed. Do not be ashamed. Also, if y'all got any questions, write them down below. And I want to know too, like I said earlier, what do y'all do when y'all are going through it? Because everybody has a different way of handling things and dealing with things. So let me know. The next step that I got for y'all is to practice gratitude. I know. Everybody's like, yeah, I know. But where do I start? So when my second friend had passed away, it was very easy for me to get into another mental space to where I was like, oh my God, what's going on? But instead, I said, we're going to treat this differently. I got up and I said, I'm going to be grateful for my life. I'm going to be grateful that I have another day of life. And I'm also going to go down the list of things that I am grateful for, that I once prayed for, that I'm now living in that prayer. So let me run that back. Our words are so important. The things that we say are so important. The things that we ask for, the things that we pray for are so important. So I literally feel like I'm living in my prayers that I prayed for before. What I'm gonna do is go down a list of things that I'm grateful for that was once a prayer, i.e. my place. I look and I cry all the time being in my place. Because there was a time where I didn't have one, y'all. My mom said she was so proud of me the other day. And I'm like, girl, me too. Because there was really a time where I did not have my own place to live. So now that I do, I literally look around and I'm like, God, let me be grateful for this. Let me be grateful when I take a hot shower because I know what it's like to have cold water. Let me be grateful for the fact that I don't have to work as hard for things to happen for me. I prayed for God to enlighten me and give me ways to work smarter, not harder. And now I literally feel like I am living in those prayers. So be grateful. I even going on TikTok a lot, and I love me some TikTok, y'all. What is going on? There we go. Boom. Okay. So there's this girl on TikTok that I follow, and she literally has no hands, but she be live every single day. She be like making stuff. She be doing everything. And I'm just like, God, like the level of things that we like take for granted is crazy to me. And I look at things like that and I'm like, God, thank you. Like we be taking so many things for granted. And once you really look what's around you and see how much God is blessing you, it's like, I can't be sad about nothing. So have some moments of gratitude anytime that you are feeling off. Literally look at what is around you, y'all. You woke up. When people ask me, they're like, oh, how are you feeling today? I'm like, I woke up today. I'm blessed. I have no complaints about nothing. Another step that I'm gonna give y'all is to stop talking to every single person about what's going on in your life. Sometimes, you know, like it's okay. And I feel like everybody deserves a safe space where they have to talk to the people, or they can talk to the people that they love about what's going on. But I ultimately feel like, you know how the more you talk about something, the worse you feel sometimes? Sometimes you really just gotta be like, I'm okay. Even when you're not. I know that sounds crazy, but I have to say that sometimes because I don't want to keep living in the bad moments. I'll talk to the people that I love and that I feel like it's okay to tell I'm not okay. But I don't feel the need to do that with every single person that comes into my life. I remember there was this one girl that I knew and I was around a lot at one point, and she had went through something crazy, and every single person that called her phone, I kid you not, every single person, it didn't matter if it was business or personal, this girl was telling all of her business too. And I'm like, girl, number one, not everybody cares. Two, there's a lot of people that are so happy that you were going through all the things that you're going through. Secondly, like, I just feel like I know my safe spaces. Know who you can and cannot talk to, and keep it at that. All right, guys, we're almost there. We're almost there. Almost there. All right, I think we're coming towards the end of steps from Leah to put you in a better mental space. Oh, also, I didn't share what I was doing on the ends. So I'm using this palette. I use this palette pretty much for everything, but I just did some brown in the creases, and yeah. So I think the next thing that I would say is set boundaries. Once again, set boundaries. Yes, y'all heard me correctly. A lot of the times we feel overwhelmed, we feel drained, we feel sad because we're doing so much for so many other people instead of worrying about ourselves and worrying about what we need and what we want in our replenishment. This is White Diamonds by By LeA Cosmetics. I don't even know if they still make colors, but they have some of the best shimmers ever. I'm about to show y'all. Watch. But yes, y'all, start saying no. I am good for saying no to people. I never like to feel ran down. I never like to feel like I'm going out when I'm not in the best space or state of mind. Because I like to give the best version of myself. Like, I just like to do that. It makes me feel better if I know that I'm about to meet people or be around certain energies or spaces, that I'm giving the best me. I don't like to go out and I could possibly be put in a situation to where people are like, that girl is weird. She just in a corner by herself and she looks like she going through something. I'd rather be at home. If I feel like I'm not in the best space to be around people or do certain activities, I don't go. I'm good for that. I don't like to overextend or overexert my energy when I know that it's not right and I'm gonna feel depleted. I remember my sister told me too, she was like, Leah, honestly, it used to hurt me because there's like, you would ask me for something and I would never say no to you. And I was like, yeah, but how does that feel for you? I was like, the person that you're saying no to is gonna get over it. But I was like, you're gonna feel depleted as if you don't want to do something. If you're tired, if you are cranky, if you're not having the best day, you saying yes to something is still a disservice to you and to me, because you're not gonna do it with the best intention. You're not gonna do it feeling good because you don't want to do it, or you just don't have the capacity to do it. So learn to say no, y'all. No is okay. It's okay, and it is a complete sentence. I'm going to do my lippy that so many people wanted to know about. And the sun is about the sun. And I'm also going to do some pink liner that everybody was so curious about too. So this is the lip combo that I usually do every single time I do my makeup. This is color shade, I don't even know. It's a Sephora lip stain, but it's my favorite ever. And then I use Sephora's #1 shade. It's so good, but it's so pretty. So I'm gonna do that, then I'm going to work on the eye, and I'm going to give y'all the final, I think, step to, or tip or trick to feel better when you're not in the best mental space. But I'm going to do this lip first because yeah, I can't talk and do this at the same time. So y'all wanted to know how to do the lip, we gonna give it to you. I like to use a brush too sometimes, especially on the top. Just so I can make sure that the lines are crispy, feel me? I love my lips so much. Ooh! Y'all see that shake? It's so cute and like holiday too. And I just rub it in. This lip stain, early stain. So if you want it to move, you're gonna have to do it quick, because once it's on, it's on. And I love this lip stain a lot too, because even when you put gloss on top of it, it really don't be moving. Like, eats every time. And then I will go in with some concealer, or not. You don't even gotta put a lot of concealer. Whatever was left on that concealer brush, just use that. So yeah, if y'all ever feel like you have overdrawn or you just need to clean it up, just clean it up. Then I take my lippity stick and like that. Just eats every time. And then I like to go on top of it with a gloss. I'm gonna do a lip oil first, and then I'm gonna go on top with my favorite gloss. So this is a regular lip oil that I got at, I wanna say, it was like a TJ Maxx or Marshalls. They had like a whole thing of 5 of them for like $4, so I got it. And I just like the lip oils a lot. Because I feel like my lips are still moisturized and it gives it a gloss, but it's also not like sticky. Sticky. Mmm. And I don't usually take my gloss all the way down because I don't like for it to run. Now, the lip stains, that's why I really like lip stains a lot, because once they locked in, they locked in, especially if you got a good one. And I love Sephora's a lot. But if you take it all the way down, I feel like sometimes depending on the gloss or the lip oil that you have, it's gonna run. We don't want that. Favorite gloss of them all, honestly, is either like that dollar store lip gloss or C.O. Bigelow. Y'all, I used to wear C.O. Bigelow in high school, and then when I went back home, I saw that my mama had 2 of them. I said, girl, you're gonna have to run me one of those, please. And then I just put the C.O. Bigelow on. And it just gives it such a pretty, like, I think I put a little too much, but whatever. And then a quick little lip trick so you don't get nothing on your teeth. Take your finger, I don't want to do this because I feel like they may strike me for this. Take your finger, literally put it inside of your mouth and pull it out. And then, hold on. So that lip gloss that's like around this area comes off, so you can talk freely and everything without having to worry about if your lipstick or your lip gloss is going to be on your teeth. So I'm going to quickly do my eyelashes off camera, and then I'll be right back to give y'all the last step of putting yourself back into a mental good space and state of mind. Let's talk about it because y'all wanted to know what the liner was and how I did it. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show y'all, and I'm not going to gatekeep. So this is the liner. It is called the Liner Me Palette by Beats by Deb Cosmetics, who is a amazing young black talented cosmetic brand owner, makeup artist, all the above. She's so lit. So she made this palette, and it's literally, clearly I use it, it looks crazy, but it is water activated, or you can use the setting spray, spray it, and then it activates. So I usually got a spray bottle, but I don't know what I did with this. So this is a little ghetto, but we just gonna take some water in a little shot glass and just pour it. Just a little bit. You literally only need the tiniest amount. I have one of these brushes that I love so much. It's really like a nail brush. Or you can use a regular eyeliner brush too. Rub it in that pink. Boom. And then you get to lining. That eats down every single time. And you may have to go over it again. The liner is so good though. Like, I usually only go over it probably like 1 or 2 times. But look how good that is. My God. Eats down every time, babe. Okay, there we go. Okay, you guys, so now that I filmed for the TikTok girlies too, I had to do both at the same time because they was not playing about this liner and learning how to do it. So anyways, the last tip that I'm going to give y'all to get yourself into a better mental space, this is once you've done all this stuff to kind of rejuvenate yourself, give back. I am now in a space where I've kind of pushed through all of my depression and all that good stuff. We beat it. We are through. Okay, the only way out is through. So now I'm really in a space of wanting to give back. I want to find a nursing home this week, and I know it is the holiday time, it's holiday season, and a lot of people I feel like at nursing homes were kind of like thrown away. They're older, and I want to be able to give them some joy, whether it be just having conversation with them and talking with them, or just like singing for them too. It's like whatever they need. I feel like I'm now in a space that I'm able to give back from a good space. So give back. Sometimes it really does make you feel better when you put a smile on somebody else's face, when you're giving without the anticipation of receiving anything back besides making somebody else happy. So those are my tips and tricks for getting yourself into a better mental space. I hope y'all enjoyed this Vlogmas. I think this is day 8. I love you guys so much. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to join the tribe, because the grass is green over here. Okay, I love you guys so much. Have an amazing, blessed holiday season, and do something nice for somebody today. Okay, I love y'all.